Give yourselves a round of applause. I really appreciate y'all coming out here today. In the midst of a pandemic, that's really support. I'll definitely remember all your faces later on when the paycheck comes. Anyways, I like to tell you a little bit about Penny Bank, give a little introduction on the story of Penny Bank. The story, I'll just give you a brief story, but it's really more of a story of teamwork, different things that has nothing to do with the app. So Penny Bank was actually a project of mine that I had in 2017. I was in UNCC Charlotte, and it was a project. Had to build this application. I was with a team of guys in school, and we had 3 weeks to build this application. Unrealistic. So I remember making this. I faked it. I did a lot of screenshots, graphic design, made it look like I did something, but it wasn't nothing yet. But we came together. We did that. But those guys, they didn't realize my type. I don't waste time. I don't like to do things and not make it come to life for real. So I stuck on to that idea. When I get done, I'm going to find my old teacher on LinkedIn, and I'm going to email them this project, see if I can get my grade. So, so moving forward, I kept the idea, went through numerous interviews over time. I always kept Penny Bank on my resume. No matter if I was doing contract jobs or working with other people with development, I kept Penny Bank. I remember being in interviews, and they asked me about other stuff, and I'd be like, yeah, I did this, I did that, but Penny Bank though, Penny Bank, when you see that, it can do this, that, everything, right? I was just excited, right? And that's just owning something of your own. And so this is really a story of, in a situation, this is, if I had to give advice to anybody that's in the job market or whatnot, and you may not get where you want to be, is that this is a story of, if you don't have the experience, you create the experience. Don't wait for somebody else to give you the experience. If you don't have the experience, create the experience. And if they don't hire you, at the Black Light Group, hashtag we say hire yourself. So, moving forward, I finally linked up. I actually met this guy here, Julius, who is my project manager, and we were volunteering for Code for Charlotte, and we were a relationship, worked on numerous projects, contracts together, and we finally started the development, the design in July of 2019. So it took about a year to build this, and we had numerous people on the team previously that didn't make it in the long run, and when COVID hit, it's like the whole world stopped. For us. That's what I would say. And every meeting I'd be like, the world stopped for us, so we can get this done. And the unique story about my team here, for Team Penny Bank, this is the first time that some of us are actually meeting in person. So we have a very unique story of going remote. And Ryan's not here today, but everybody hasn't even met in person, so there's no excuse. You can make anything with anybody, anywhere in the world. And that's the story of Penny Bank. We got some problems we are looking to work towards and contribute to society with Penny Bank, with our mission statement. So we're going to go into what the app actually does. So I'm going to pass this over to Christy.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for coming out. We really appreciate it. So I'm going to go over, we'll give a presentation on Penny Bank so that you'll know more about it. Okay, so good habits start today, right? So what do we mean by good habits? We mean like being able to have good time management, responsibility, and just being able to manage finances, right? All right, so we go to our mission statement, which is productivity that inspires kids to be actively engaged in decision making.
What do you mean by decision making, Ms. Krause?
Well, if you have kids like I do, then it's always a task to get them on track with what they're supposed to do on a daily basis. Can anybody attest to that? Yes. So it's very important to keep the kids on track with like making, good decisions, right? So this app is supposed to be designed to help with that.
And I just want to point out little brother there in the corner. I don't know if your kids make that face, but that's the face they're going to be making when y'all assign them chores. So we're going to get little bro on track. He's going to be excited next time. I know this virtual learning is going on. I'm sure all your kids is like, what? So, yeah.
Okay, so you will first need to create a family. So in order to create that family, you would just enter in the information here, which would be to choose a name for your family, preferably your last name. You would select the email that you would like to use for your family account. You can create a password that must be at least 8 characters long. You confirm the password by keying in the password again. And then you're going to choose a 4-digit PIN number, and that would be designated for the parent account. So then you would need to confirm the PIN number.
Make sure you don't give that PIN number to your kids. That's a no-no. Right. It's for the parents. So, we've had some people that set it up under their kid's name because it's for kids, but it's not. This is for you. So, parents.
So this is where you officially log in. But before you can log in, you actually have to go into your email that you created the account under and confirm it. So it'll show you, if you try to log in without confirming your email, it'll say email not confirmed, and then you'll have to go to the link in your email to confirm it first.
Yeah, so every time you try to log in and it's not verified, it will send you a new email. So make sure you just get the latest email and don't get it confused because it disables the other emails.
And you'll get the verified successfully message when it is. So this is your official login screen. Once you've confirmed the email and everything, you're going to log in with your family email that you set up, your password, and the PIN number. And you can also use the passcode like for Face ID for iPhones and like a PIN number that you put in for Android phones.
Oh, I get this screen? Oh, okay. So this is the parenting and child home screens. This is a recent update, so if you guys have already downloaded the app, it may look different, so make sure you're updated. But now we have it set up. Basically, here we have the kid's name. We have on the left-hand side, left, right, where am I? Left? Your left? The parent screen. And you got the kid's name. The heart is the love tab button, and then the next button next to it is delete child. And that's for if you make a mistake creating a child. You can't go back and update certain things like date of birth just for integrity. So you'll have to restart and create a new account for the child. From there, we have an actions button that's under it, which gives you all the things that you can do within the app, which is create a responsibility, create a goal, you can distribute time, and you can distribute cash. Under that, you will be able to see the balance of your child and money and time. You'll see their age, and you can also see the last time they logged in. We're all familiar with that from social media, but we feel like this is a better scenario, because sometimes your kids might get notifications and ignore it, and you can be like, look, I sent you that, you're not looking at the stuff that I sent you. So you can check up on them with that. On the next screen here, that's the child screen. You basically got the actions button. They can make an offer on different responsibilities, and they can also do withdrawal requests. And we'll go into those later on. They can see their cash balance and they can see their time balance on their home screen. The love tab button. This is my favorite feature. But it's just a simple thing. So basically the love tab button comes in handy when you've assigned something or you got something going on in the dashboard and either the parent or child, both of them have a love tab button. And you can basically send a notification, let them know, hey, I'm trying to get my money. So the kids can send you a love tap, bug you as much as they can. So please don't leave your child on red, in the words of the great Rihanna.
Better have my money.
So, thank you, DJ. So, yes, pay me with your own. So, that's the love tap button in a nutshell.
So, here you have where you can create a responsibility and goal. So as you can see here, this is the create a responsibility slide here. And you have where you can choose which child you're going to create that responsibility for. And also you can choose the date that you want that responsibility to be completed. So you have here description. You're going to actually briefly describe the responsibility that the child is responsible for. And then for the second part, you can actually give cash value for the responsibility. So say you want to give Johnny $5 for washing the dishes. You can put that in there, and then for the time you would put 0 in order to submit for a money transaction. But if you're wanting to give them time, like for PlayStation time or anything that they like to do outside, riding their bike, whatever, you can give them like 2 hours of outside time, 2 hours of gaming time, and then you would hit submit, and it would be assigned to the child.
And I just explain a couple things. Conceptually, it can make the responsibilities and goals serve two different purposes. The responsibilities are for short term, so like chores, things that you might want done on a daily basis, weekly basis. Goals are long term, so they're more for, grades, behavior over time. So those are the differences. So and also there's an expiration date on those that you can choose, or if you're not, the default is going to be tomorrow on the expiration date. So you can set a date when it expires. It's really important because the expiration date, the child has to get it done, and the parent has to approve it before the expiration date in order for them to be awarded. In order for them to be awarded their time and cash.
Okay, so here we have where you can distribute time and cash. So this screen here for distribute time, you can actually choose the child that you're distributing time to. You choose the transaction, which will be deposit or withdrawal. And you can choose either one of those and actually briefly describe like the transaction that you're doing, and then also give the amount of hours that you're allowing for that child.
The hours is so just I'm sorry. The hours when we talk about hours in piggy bank, it's time banking. So it's actually it's basically, like she said earlier, for time for like PlayStation and stuff like that. You don't have to give them hours. You don't have to give them cash as well. You can do either or none. You just tell them to do it. But like if you just want to give them like hours to do stuff, you can just distribute it without being tied to any responsibility or goal. Thanks for that delay.
I think that's what you was looking for earlier.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Shout out to the DJ. This is the family board, and this is what you'll see where responsibilities are being on this side here, which contains a contribution chart. Within that chart, there is a chart that fills up with dark blocks each time any kid in the family completes a task in the house. So this is a good way to show, engage. You kind of want to fill up those blocks. If you're trying to get them on a routine, this is a way to kind of see what they're doing. Apparently in this family they're pretty lazy. Kids only done like 2 chores in the past 90 days, but it does show that. So that's a visual thing for the children. Then we have cards here that are like post-it note cards, and basically gives all the info. It would show the child's name, the responsibility, the cash amount, the time amount, and all the information that you did that you put in. If you decide that you want to change your mind, you can actually go back and hit the never mind button, so it won't count against the child. Because if the child is late, it is actually scored in the app. So we keep statistics on the things they're doing. So don't let things expire if it doesn't have to, if it's not the child's fault. The other side is the goals, and I'll let you talk about the goals.
So this is where you will see when you assign a goal for a child, you'll see where in the green where it starts, the date that you started it, and then in red when it's the date that it's due. So you can go in and, well,
No.
But anyway, so this is where you would actually see where the goal is, documented on the chart.
It'll look very similar to the responsibilities. There's only a approve button on the goals. If it's a goal that you feel like, basically you can approve a goal early, so you don't have to wait until it's due. If your child is doing better or reaching that goal early, you can go ahead and approve it. So there's not a deny on the goal. That's not the purpose. You can never mind it if it's not a goal that you're working with your child anymore. You can just never mind it. This is our statistics suite, which is in a plus version. This is the growing statistics that we have on different things of your child. So we have their punctuality. We actually show like how often they finish responsibilities on time. So anytime it expires, you assign stuff and it expires and they don't finish it on time, then it counts against them. So there's a score on that. We have, you can actually see if you got multiple children, you can see who's doing the responsibilities in the house. You can see the percentage of who's holding the weight in the household. You can also see the wealth and the time, and cash and time in the family. And so the kids can see this information as well, so they can get an idea of what their penny bank is. And just to make this clear, like penny bank is like a virtual piggy bank. So it's like virtual, some like except it's like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a piggy bank. Yeah. So it's not tied to an actual bank at the moment. This is cash handout or this is time banking with your kids.
So you'll be responsible for giving your child their money reward, like in cash, for now until they have their. Okay, so this is the transaction screen. It's going to show you like all the transactions within the family that have been created on the account. So it's going to show you like the withdrawals, the deposits, things like that on there. And like currently this family is like $417 from the time that they started using it, and $308.
Yeah, actually the allocation is it's not just like an accumulation from when you start. This is actually all your children together. You owe them $417. Can we get that? Can we get that, DJ Holland? Can't get it. Don't work for me. But so look, this is what your total family penny bank. This is what you have in hours and time that you actually owe all your kids within your family. So you can see it all together, what they're doing, and they work for those hours in that time. You can get that. You got that?
After you.
Get it, Tiger? Right. Okay, well, This is the pending views. So this is basically anything that's submitted. It shows when a child does a responsibility, it shows in a pending views in your home screen for the parent to approve it. So you will assess what they do, and if it's to your approval, you'll approve it. There's no denial on the responsibilities, because the point of penny bank is for them to do it until they get it right, not to say, "No, never mind, I'll do it." So we're trying to teach kids to follow through and do what they're supposed to do. You also get to see offer requests and withdrawal requests as well, and the pending views, which we haven't discussed yet. But basically that works the same way. Both offer requests and withdrawal requests, you can deny those. Those come from the children, so when we explain how that works, you'll understand that better. Oh, so we don't have the offer. Oh, we took it. Okay, let me tell you about offer requests and withdrawals. So kids can make an offer, and basically they can offer to do responsibilities for their price. Our goal with that is to get kids to be proactive. So just going back to like the statistics screen, can you go back to statistics screen? I just want to point out here how Julius Penny has the most cash, but he did not do the most work. Actually, Ryan does the most work in the household. Well, how is that? Well, that's because Julius has got the mouth in the family. He's the one that makes offers. He says, look, the $5 for washing the dishes, that's all right, but I think I'm worth 10. So he can actually make an offer for $10. If the parent approves it, he's got to do the responsibility, goes into his queue as a responsibility, and he can get paid what he wants to get paid for that responsibility. So that's it. We're trying to teach kids when they get out there that they'll be able to negotiate and know their worth when they're getting jobs and stuff like that. They'll know negotiation early. We have withdrawal requests as well, which is a concept where you can basically work with your children. They basically, anything they want to come out of their account, they'll have to send you a request. So if they want to get like sneakers or something, they'll say, hey, I got $100 in my penny bank, can I get 60 out in a withdrawal request? You can approve or deny it. And this kind of gives you a chance to work with your kid. Say if you did get them sneakers, and then the next week they want some more sneakers, and you're like, look, on your transactions, you just got some sneakers last week. Let's just keep that, let's hold that. We're working on Christmas, right? So that's what the withdrawal request, you can work with your kids. And again, the kids can see their individual things that they're requesting, and the parents get to see all the children. So it's like working together. It gives you like a real bank feel between the kids and the things that they want to do. A big guy. Fire. All right. So we'll just wrap it up here with our roadmap that we're working on, features that we're working on coming up. We're going to have avatars, make it look a little bit cooler for kids so they can take pictures of themselves and all that. So we'll have avatars, we're going to have some quick buttons. We don't want everything to be so manual, so you'll be able to shoot $5 quickly to your child. You can save your favorite responsibilities as well. We'll have that in there. Our contribution chart and our calendar, I'm going to make it more intuitive. I'm going to have more information with that, so it's going to be more detailed. It's not just going to be the basic stuff. We're also going to add, achievements. Achievements, we want to gamify it a little bit. Just to give you an example. Julius, the guy with all the cash in the family, all the wealth in the family, he would get an achievement called Smooth Talker, because we will have achievements. If you're like the person that's making the offers in the family, maybe you do a certain amount of offers, you get an achievement. So we know that's big in video games and stuff like that. So then we're going to add linking to bank accounts, and our first part is linking to like major bank accounts, just general bank accounts. Our focus is on savings, it's not on debit cards originally, and then we're looking for a partnership with an actual bank to be our in-house app, so they can apply in the app for bank accounts through them and get debit cards and accounts through the app. That's all in the free version. In the plus version, we're going to have categories. It's going to be added to our statistics suite, so you can better see their spending habits, reoccurring responsibilities. So you can set it up daily and weekly, and you don't have to put it in every time you want them to make their bed. It'll be set for them daily. We're going to have co-parenting mode, where two parents can manage a child, whether you're both in the same household or separate households, but you can see both parents' contributions to the child's penny bank. And then we're going to have sponsor mode, where relatives or mentors can co-manage a goal with a child or gift a child, where they can send money and they can manage a goal, with a child, with the parent, and they can send money that way. Those will come after the bank accounts are set up within the app. And that wraps it up for us.
Does anybody have
Again, like us on Facebook at Penny Bank. Follow us on Instagram at Penny Bank app. And our website is Penny Bank Online if you want to know more information. If you got any questions, please come and talk to us. The rest of the time, we're going to have a networking and mingling, so feel free to talk and enjoy yourself. Thank you guys for coming.